Well, hello there. I'm the old Growler. Welcome to Meeting Expectations. What we do here is we take a look at a beer, can of beer, bottle of beer, sometimes wine or a spirit will drop by. We take a look at all the label, we read the entire thing, we check out all of the artwork, we see what they're trying to sell us, we crack it open and see if it meets expectations. Now, a few different things I do at the tastings here. First of all, I use the same style of glassware for all of the beers. That way nobody has a leg up as far as clarity or aromatics. Also, style of tasting. Most folks, what they'll do is they'll take a look, they will sniff, sip, and speak. What I do is I take a look, I sip first and then sniff. Why? Wine expert Fred Dax can explain it all to you a lot better than I can. Also, finally, all beers should be served at the correct temperature. Lagers between 37 and 47 degrees Fahrenheit. Ales between 50 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit. The good folks at ThermoWorks sent me one of these lollipop thermometers. That way I can test all of the beers that we taste here on Meeting Expectations. Well, I gave you a little hint a little earlier. Let's take a look at what we've got. All right, there we go. This is Circling Birds, and it's got like it's a bunch of turkeys, it looks like. Well, you tell me if I'm wrong, but there's a bunch of turkeys around a blazing hop. All right, well, that's kind of an interesting image. Oh, drink to the bird, love the bird, and give the bird, be the bird. And of course that alludes to the Earth Eagles breweries. One in Somersworth and one in Portsmouth, where I picked this one up about a week ago. Okay. It says Earth Eagles Brewings Double India Pale IPA, India Pale Ale, 16 fluid ounces, 8.5% alcohol by volume. Experience the magic of the Centennial and Flaconer's Flight 7 Seas hops as they showcase their full citric power. This double India Pale Ale is double dry hopped with Simcoe hops exploding in a ceremonial dance of aroma of flavor. That's quite an image. Okay, we've got Centennial and Flaconer's Flight 7 Seas. And that's probably in the flavor, the citrus. And then the Simcoe exploding in a ceremonial dance of aroma. Okay. I'm almost afraid now. All right, well, what am I... It's a very foreboding label to start with, okay? And their explanation here is that it's double dry hopped, which means you're really going to get a lot of the aroma. Dry hopping at the end there is you're getting as much of the aromatics out of there as the bittering. When you put it in the boil, that's when you get the bittering out. So it's going to be interesting to see what this is. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for, is it a double India Pale Ale, did they say? It's just a double India Pale Ale. Okay, amber, amber colored, fairly effervescent with a nice head to it, with a very citric flavor to it, but a more of a, oh boy, I'm not too sure what these exploding aromatics are going to be, but I'm looking forward to it. Let's crack this open and see if it meets expectations. Okay, time out. That certainly doesn't look like a double India Pale Ale to me. It looks like a lager. It's got some great carbonation, crawling right up the sides of the glass. Nice clean beer clean glass. Good head. It's a little rocky. That's good. All right, so it looks like an India Pale Ale. Let's see, it should be 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, it's a little chilly. 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 40.7. So it's a little chilly. So I'm going to have to look for some of the flavors that were in there for the the very citric. Cheers. You'll notice I took 2 sips. The first one acclimates the taste buds. It's not fair to make them stand up and to attention without having an officer in the room. Now the officer's in the room. Let's see what the olfactory kids have to say. I'm getting almost a raspberry leaf type of aroma there. It's emphatic, that's for sure, but it's not overpowering. I was expecting to have, kind of a real funk. So let's see what the taste buds have to say to their little olfactory friends. There is a citric. There is a citric to that, but it's more of an orange and a tangerine. And it certainly doesn't echo the aromatics. They're different. And I'm not to say it's the flavors are balanced, but the combination of the aromatic and the flavor, they're not singing together, but they are in harmony. I'll put it that way. An interesting harmony. They do fit together, but in a very interesting way. So, does Earth Eagle's Circling Birds Double IPA meet expectations? Well, I was expecting a little bit darker beer to begin with, and that's nitpicking. And the double dry hopping, I was expecting a lot more aromatic. Well, it's a good beer. I'm not arguing that. But it's not what I expected from the label. So does Circling Birds meet expectations? Not quite this time. If you enjoyed this presentation, please click on the subscribe button and the bell. That way you won't miss any of our presentations. A comment would really be appreciated as well. I'm Pete LaFrance, the Old Growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.